Hi everyone, this is Marisa with Sweet Pea Curiosities. I hope that you are all doing well. Had a busy weekend, just trying to get again, more yard work and stuff done. It's kind of never ending and that sort of thing. But I'm here today to show you my newest junk journal that I just completed. This is my second bird journal that I've done. I love birds. If you know me, you'll know that. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of do a flip through of my completed junk journal. So this junk journal has 5 signatures. 2 of those are removable that I've done. So you can take them out and add more things or leave them out or that sort of thing. And my books are 8x6. I love using the Reader's Digest books. Anytime I find those, I grab them. I love their covers. I love the size of the journals that it creates, and I like the harder cover. So that's what I used as my base. On the front here, I did little clusters. I actually did these. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw when I was camping, it was raining one day, so I kind of stayed in the fifth wheel and did some small crafts, and I created some little clusters. So I've added those to the front. I did cover this originally with another material that was kind of gold, but my glue, when I put it down, really showed through it. So I had to kind of come up with something else. So I had this kind of sheer material, kind of a lacy material or embroidered material that I had around that I had coffee dyed. So I put that over the top of it. You can kind of see the material. I hope you can kind of see the material underneath there, and then this is the sheer with the embroidery that I put over the top to kind of cover the glue. And I thought it actually turned out pretty. Kind of gives a nice dimension to it. This here has a little bird. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little bird with a nest. It's just it was actually a little like for jewelry making. I think I got these at, I don't know, Michael's or Hobby Lobby or someplace like that, but I just cut off the part that's for the necklace, cut that off and then put that there. I used a lot of, you know, ribbon, oh my goodness, lace, that sort of thing on here. And I kind of liked this, kind of reminded me of, you know, lattice or that sort of thing. I've got it enclosed in the back here. I used a Velcro to the back that I just attached the lace to bring it through. So let's get started. I'll kind of show you a little bit. In this, I think I used 3 or 4 of my digitals. I used Birds in the Wild, my black and white bird junk journal kit, and I used some of my vintage textile, as well as I have some of my grunge botanical in here that I had left over from my last bird journal, so I added that as well. So anyways, we'll kind of get in here and start it. So I had some cotton that I had coffee dyed, and I had lined the inside with. I made a little charm here with the B for bird, with some little feathers, and your little card catalog slot here for it. This here is a little belly band, and this is another one of the clusters that I did when I was camping. So I added that in here. This is a vintage paper I got from France, from, oh boy, I can't remember the gal's name, but I just absolutely love her shop. She's in France there, and she has the most beautiful old letters and ephemera. I'll make sure to link her down below because her stuff is really neat. So I have that in there. I know it's not bird related, but I liked it, so I put it in there. This is one of my digitals here in the background. Then I've got just kind of a pocket here with my ephemera. This was a collage with all my old papers that I did, and I just kind of put a bird. My doily. I tried to leave spots to be able to write on or to add more stuff in. Sometimes I get a little carried away with my embellishments. So this was from, it was like a journaling magazine, and I just thought it was really pretty. This also was from one of the journaling magazines with the bird with the teacup that I just stuck in there. Another Edith Holden page. We all love those. I added a little bird down here with the purple, kind of matched. Then here, this here is little envelopes. This here is Tim Holtz velvet strips that I just added in there, and then you just tuck your envelope to. And I've just added in some little ephemera inside. Simple, easy to do. This is number 1. I did number 2 here, again with some more ephemera. They just slide back in here like that. Then over here, I just kind of put a paper clip, some material, things to write on, bless our nest. This one here is from one of the kits, the black and white one, I believe. This is some grungy paper I had. I have my little pockets with more ephemera in. This here is from an old book that I had. It's from 1879, I believe. And this here's actually birds that are in here, so it's kind of neat. I have that digital up too. I made a bunch of copies of that and created a digital with it. Some really neat papers in it. Here's a belly band, just some more journaling. Here I did a little owl charm. Whoops, got caught there. Whoops, well, get the idea. A little charm there. I have some cards. I got some cards. Oh my gosh, I probably got, I don't know, at least 400 gift cards from a lady that her aunt had passed away, and her aunt apparently loved gift cards. I thought she was a crafter, but I guess she loved her gift cards and she didn't know what to do with them, and so she gave them to me. Oh, and I've just been going through them, and I've given a lot of them away because just trying to store them. But I've, of course, kept like all the bird ones and things like that that I know that I could use. So real pretty cards in there. Just another page here. Song thrush eggs. Yeah, so just pretty here. This is from another, like a journaling magazine. So in the journal magazines, they have, you know, what everybody's projects that they've done, of course, and just such talented artists out there that have created those. But it has the bird in it, so I kept that. Little writing space. So this here, I don't know if you've watched my other videos, but I said, I really need some tape that I can craft on. And I've been experimenting, and once I finalize it, I'm gonna make a video of how I've done it. But this is medical tape, and I've actually have here where I've done different ones. The stamping on it didn't work because the ink comes off. But I'll go through these again, but I thought I would add some of this. So as soon as I kind of get this figured out, I'll be able to show you a little bit more. But yeah, it's pretty. So there's that. This one here's Birds in the Wild digital, and then I've added the owl word in there. Again, some more of my grunge papers. This here's a little envelope, which is kind of a little journaling card that I've inserted in it to play with, stamped it with some birds. Put that in there, those little clips. This is from the black and white digital. And then this here is a big pocket that I've created a journal card in. I thought that was pretty. That's a pretty bird. Oh, there we go. Now, this here again, one of those journaling magazines. They're just so talented, but they had the birds on them, so I cut them out. That's the back side of that page. Then I have my little coffee tea dyed bags. Added in some more journal cards. This here, I've added it's a tag, one of those hanging tags. So I just put some grungy material I had and added a bird on that and put that on there. And some of my pretty papers. Love the birds. Added a saying here. Some more Edith Holden paper, and I added the Nature's Diary. I put a pencil over here for journaling. And I just thought this was fun. This is from one of those sticker books that have the beautiful graphics in them, and I just kind of thought that bird was pretty neat. Some more journaling areas here. This here is a journaling card. I've got a stamp here that's a wax stamp. Actually, I had some molds, and so what I did, I have wax glue sticks, hot glue sticks. So I used the molds. I was experimenting one day and I was putting it all in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got kind of a pretty pattern. So I just kind of glued that on there. And then this is just a journaling card here. On. And then this here's my Birds of the Wild. And then this is part of my Grunge Botanical. This one here is actually a pull-out. I'm going to try to pull it out here. Oh, come on. Got the papers in there. So this is an actual pull-out. I won't pull it all the way out, but you can slide it out, add to it, or leave it out. And it just has the flips here for it. I have some ephemera, little paper clip. Again, this just kind of flips out from it. Hope you can be able to see that. This here, these papers here are from my vintage textile digital. And they just got some real neat handwriting, and they're talking about the material, but I've added some birds, added some extra papers for journaling in them. That's part of the Grunge digital. So pretty. I love the greens. Nest. Some of my coffee dyed papers. Some of my dyed papers here. And then I found this cute owl. I thought it was cute. Just makes you smile. And then another pocket here. It's another bag that I have. Some ephemera. Oops, have it upside down. Edith Holden. And this here, here's some more of that tape that I'm trying to work on and get figured out. Then I made kind of a secret pocket here where you can take out and you can write inside here, as well as another journal card. Little tag here, you can write on here. This was another pretty card that I had. Love the birds in here. Of course, it had a saying on there. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like, you know, happy birthday or something. So I found a cute saying that I put in here all about birds. Then, of course, it had the little bird in here. Just here's another little saying about birds. A little pocket. This here is another cluster that I made when I was camping. Did quite a few, and it was helpful to have them done doing this journal. This here, there's probably a little glare to it, but there's a pretty page that I found out of a book, so I just put that in here. Another grunge page. Songbird, so cute. Love some spots for journaling and to add things. Now, I put macaw down here, and then I started thinking, is that a macaw, or is that just a parrot, or a parrot and macaw the same? I don't know my birds. I love birds, but I don't know the difference, so I'm sure there's some experts out here who are going to be telling me. All right, so this here is just a belly band that I did. Some nice crinkly paper to journal on. Another little bag here, some ephemera. This here, and I'll show you the other part of it, was a big wing in a book. Just shows the beautiful wing. So I thought, how cool is that? So I cut that out and just put that on there. It's the ends of the wing. Little pocket here. This here was another one of the cards that I got. Real pretty. So I just made a pocket out of it. Added a little card here. This here is a little journaling card. I kind of just had a bunch of scraps that I just kind of put on there. Doily, little bird, song, thrush, and young. My papers. Here's the other part of that bag that I have with some ephemera in it. Have another little dangle here, this little wing, some feathers. This here, again, another card that that was in that pack, and I made a side pocket. Did a little envelope with some papers inside. Actually, I had it this way. Take this part out. And then I had some, goodness. Then I had some other coffee distressed paper that I put in there. Pretty bird, some words. This is also another pull out that you can pull out. So it does the same thing. It flips. Pockets ephemera. More journaling paper here. That textile. So this here has the lots of journaling spaces in here. This again flips out. Some more journaling areas. And again, like I said, this here will come out. Then I had these CDs covers that I did. And I saw somebody else do it, but boy, mine really turned out kind of crinkly. So I coffee dyed them, and then they put theirs in the oven to dry. And I did it. It didn't melt the plastic, but it made it very kind of scrunched together. So when it was together, it's just not very. I wonder if I have an example of one. So yeah. So here's one here. So this here got really messed up. But I didn't want to throw them away. I wanted to figure out how to use them. So what I did is I just cut the side and just kind of made it a flap instead. And it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to look inside and see it. So you still have the little window here. And then I created a pocket for it. Some more journaling areas. This is the other side of those feathers. So this is the big feather. So what I did is I made a pocket here for it. Put in a little bird, some more coffee dyed paper. The other side of the bag again with some more ephemera. And then this is, so what I did, because this was pretty big, I just wrapped it over. So it came over to this side and I made a side pocket for that. More doilies. The feather was the dead giveaway, and then it talks about it. This here, another one of those great cards I got from her. So it's actually a still picture of what is that, an ostrich? So stuck that in there. This is some more of that 1879, I think it's 1879 book paper that I have. Kind of fun. The birds of hope are everywhere. Listen to them sing. More of my digitals, more Ethan Holden. Fly, soar. This here again was from one of those journal books. So, boy, they're just so creative. But I don't know what kind of bird that is, but he's got a funny face on him. Some paper that I just put a little material flower on it. Here's another pocket. This is a paper clip. More crunchy paper in there. This is from the Birds of the Wild digital kit. Some more of my grungy paper. Some more birds, ephemera, another cluster. Made a pocket here. So this side here, I made a flip. So it opens this way with the owl, says beaks, you can journal in here. And then this side flips open. You have more ephemera with the pockets. The doily. It's a corner pocket here. Then I made a belly band. This was from, oh, this is from one of those books that I showed in a previous video. This is the Bird, Egg, Feather, Nest book, and they just have the neatest graphics. So I made a belly band with that. And then in that book, it had some neat paper. And then here is another bag, some more ephemera in it. Another little charm. It's a little bird flying, some more feathers. I got these feathers, and they were in the other ones there. I found some earrings. I don't know where I got them. Most likely a thrift store or garage sale. But I loved the little feathers on them, and it wasn't something that I was going to wear, but I grabbed them and threw them into my little jewelry bin that I have here for crafts. And so, yeah, kind of neat with the feathers. And then just another pocket here. This here flips up. Little corner pocket flips up. Hummingbird. And then that's the end of that. So yeah, so I'm excited to have that done to add to my little collection that I've got going. So I haven't sold any of my junk journals yet. To be honest with you, I'm fairly new at doing all this. I only started this about a year ago, so I'm just learning. So I'm just starting to get kind of a nice little collection going with my junk journals, and just loving the process of learning and watching other people's videos and that sort of thing. So everybody always asks me, are you going to sell that? And I just, by the time I get done, I just love them so much. I don't know. I'm kind of a hoarder, I think, of my junk journals right now, but I'm sure we'll get to a point where I'll have so many that I'll have to start getting rid of some of them. So, but anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.